Oh, man. We need some help.
We need help, guys.
We need help bad.
So this is a bit of a different video.
On the couch?
On the couch.
Instead of the table?
Yeah.
Bit of a chat?
Bit of a chat. Basically, a bit of a chat about our upcoming trip. And we have run into a few roadblocks, and we are sort of starting to wonder if we've left things a bit late for booking. So this is basically a call for help regarding our RV trip.
It's such a different, like what we're used to here in New Zealand. Booking an RV trip is totally different to booking an RV trip over in America.
Totally different.
It's like you got to I mean, obviously in America you're competing with millions more people.
Right.
Than we are. So it's kind of like you just turn up and you'll be fine.
So in New Zealand, you can basically turn up, except for high season, which we're not even RVing in high season.
No.
You can turn up at any campground in a town or whatever on your route, and you don't have to book ahead. So you can kind of take a trip as it comes, and that's what we were expecting going into this trip that we've booked.
Yeah.
So when we started to realize that you actually have to
a lot more admin.
You have to book ahead.
Yeah.
Like in some cases years ahead, like at least a year ahead.
For some real popular spots.
Yeah, that we started to panic a little bit. We've already booked our flights, so
yeah.
that's when we started to panic, like
that's happening.
Have we left this too late? And also trying to book from this side of the world to book a trip months out for the other side of the world.
Having to make calls to different RV parks. We have to get up early in the morning and then start working on the trip just so that we can make it in time to call the RV trips in America in like an afternoon.
Right.
So we're trying to catch, we're just trying to juggle everything at the moment. And also what we want to do is we really want to just use this video as almost like use the comment section as just like a big information hub.
Right. So we did ask a few questions last time we went live, but the problem with going live is it's great for getting some information, but we couldn't look back on it because the comments disappear.
Well, it's really hard to go back and find them amongst the thousands and thousands of comments. But we did get sent some awesome emails. We have been sent some stuff by some different people.
So thank you to you, those of you that sent emails with advice. We almost felt like we weren't going to make it.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, the thing is, we haven't even booked an RV yet.
No.
That's the thing. We had one booked. But then we had to go back because the first thing we did was book an RV, right? And then we started to book, we started to try and book some RV sites, but they said maximum X amount of feet, the length of RV that you can have.
Yeah.
So, and then we were just finding that was quite a common theme among lots of different RV parks. So we're like, man, so we might have to cancel that booking, try and downsize the RV slightly, and then that will allow us to fit into more places and open up availability to more RV sites.
But we go from one site to the next, and it's completely booked out.
Yes.
And to try and, because you're doing a road trip, or we're doing a road trip, you need certain places on certain dates. Otherwise...
Yeah, you can't backtrack and, do a big detour and then come back and out. And
so basically, what are our questions? Where we're going on the West Coast.
Yes. So, it's basically a West
route.
Coast. It's like a loop of the West Coast, then slightly down through some other states.
Yeah. So, have you guys ever done this trip before? Do you have any other YouTubers that you know of that have done that road trip?
But actually explain the logistics of it, like how to do it, not just show us the actual scenery and everything like that, because we're going to go and see that for ourselves.
Yeah, so we don't want to really see that.
More like how to plan an RV trip, because we're finding it really difficult. And it seems like, so the main thing is that it seems like a lot of the government sites or the government,
the well-priced ones.
Yeah, or the cheaper ones, the public ones that you can just go to, and the ones that the government run or the local, council or,
Is it federal?
Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
We don't have anything to do with federal in New Zealand, so it's all very strange language
to us.
It's all different,
yeah.
But so we're finding that those are completely booked out, nothing left. You should it recommended 35 different campsites to me, and every single one had a big fat zero next to it saying 0 sites available.
Yeah.
And that was just right across the board. It didn't matter where we were going.
That sort of threw us into a bit of a panic.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my goodness.
So now we have to go to the private ones.
Have we left it too late? And someone did actually say to me, you have to book years out.
Yeah.
Now.
So that's another thing that made us panic.
It made us panic big time. So we're basically putting a call out for advice on RVs. Have you rented an RV? Where can we rent one from? Obviously we can Google so we know certain sites, but it's really nice to have recommendations from people that have actually used it.
Yeah.
You're kind of flying blind a little bit when you're down this end of the world trying to book a really detailed for certain dates trip on the other side of the world, and you don't fully know how the systems work.
Yeah.
And
Going in blind.
Yeah, it's sort of flying a bit blind. Also, must-sees. Like, we want to be able to plan our trip around certain things that we need to see in the areas that we're in. So up the coast, are there any like...
We have certain spots that we want to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't really plan, because we're having to plan and book each night, not just take it as it comes. We need certain days set aside to do certain things.
Yeah.
So it's really detailed.
A very rigid plan.
It is an extremely rigid plan.
There's no flexibility.
Nothing.
At all.
So we have to be at certain places at certain times if we have to book
Yes.
this far out.
I know. And also, what's your advice on RVs? Would you say go like bigger, go smaller? Are slide outs worth it? The things that extend out to the side, are they worth having? Because I mean, is that just going to limit our availability again?
I think the next thing as well is we want to stay on a dude ranch. So after we've completed our RV trip, we're looking for something to do after that.
Yeah.
We land back in LA, so we can kind of...
It's just Atlanta, Kylo.
Kylo,
calm down. Atlanta's making some pizza upstairs, and she's making a bit of a... Kylo, come here. Look, up here.
He's hit.
Hey. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Okay, I know. It's okay. It's okay. Just calm down, buddy. Okay, ready? All this RV talk's getting him worked up.
Yeah, he is. He's like, don't go.
Also, the other thing we really want to do is go to a dude ranch. We really want to experience like the cowboy life. We want to go, like we want to stay at like a cool ranch, you know, out just in the rolling hills or the mountains or whatever like that, like to just be way out.
Yeah.
And we don't know what the best state is. We're thinking maybe Montana. So
yeah.
But we don't know, like, is that the best place to go to?
So
we've heard that it's good.
Horse trekking, like...
Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to go somewhere, like preferably this is the ultimate plan, right? We want to make a vlog where all four of us ride out like a guided horseback tour. We go out, we stay a night somewhere like where we like, you know, make our own tent and, you know, set up our own beds and everything like that and set up a campfire, cook our own food, just get like the full cowboy experience. And then just come back in the next day. We kind of like a 2-day horse trek ride.
Type of thing.
Yeah, but I've tried to do some research online and I found it quite difficult.
Yes, so that's what we really need help with. Recommendations for a dude ranch stay, if you've ever stayed at one that you loved.
For people with almost no horseback riding experience.
Yeah, we've
But we're prepared to do it.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yes, I think I almost got kicked off it. So that was the one and only time.
I don't actually know if I think I have done horse riding. I must have been very small. But yeah, so that's one thing we're also looking for advice on.
But we're willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
We're willing to just like go all out.
That's going to be so cool. I did get recommended. So if you follow us on Instagram, I've been putting out, you'll have noticed that I've been putting out a lot of questions, asking for help over various things.
Yeah, big thank you to all the people who have answered.
Yes, so many helpful answers there. I was recommended what looked like an amazing dude ranch, but it was quite pricey, and I think it's more aimed at like corporate.
Yeah, that's the thing about dude ranches.
Corporate companies.
Yeah, is that you can get really, really highly priced ones.
Yes.
Which is obviously not something that's
in the budget
attainable for us.
Yeah.
But we're looking sort of something that's just nice, like just sort of middle of the road.
Yeah.
Like a just your average sort of dude ranch.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy, nothing like run down either. Just like like a real nice experience and like. But the thing is it has to also be paired with that horseback riding experience.
Yes.
Unless maybe we go to a dude ranch and then somewhere nearby does the horse riding experience.
And
but that's
also,
the thing is we don't know where to look.
A gun range.
Oh yes, yeah, we'd love to go shoot some guns.
Yeah.
At a range.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome.
Lastly, 4th of July.
Oh yes.
Where should we go for 4th of July?
Please let us know.
Please let us know an amazing 4th of July experience.
And I guess we could fly anywhere.
We could. So we're going to be back in LA, and then we can go anywhere from there.
After the RV tour.
Yeah.
So we're also going to be at VidCon after we get back from the end of our RV trip.
Yes, and we would love to meet you.
Yeah. So if you guys want, if you guys want to be there, I think there's tickets available online. I think you just have to. It's VidCon Anaheim 2024.
Yeah.
And I think it runs from the 26th to the 29th of June.
And we'll be there every day.
Yeah.
So we would love to meet you guys.
Yeah, we'd love to meet
as
some
many
of
of you as humanly possible.
Yeah.
It would be so cool to meet you all.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Oh, it'd be awesome.
It'd be so cool.
It'll be so exciting.
So if you're interested in that, I guess now's the time to make plans. Or I mean, you might live in LA, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Come and see us. We'd love to see you.
Yeah.
And after that, that's what we need.
4th
to
of July.
figure out.
Well, Dude Ranch and 4th of July are the
Yeah.
two main ones.
Yeah.
So RV trip and planning, Dude Ranch and 4th of July.
Yeah.
Where to go for 4th of July.
Please, we'll be going through all of the comments, so please leave all of your hot tips for RV life.
Different resources.
Yeah, different
Just
resources we can use.
Any information that you guys have.
Any
just-
must-see stops. Like, obviously, we've got the Grand Canyon in there. We've got...
Yeah, we've got heaps of stuff.
Yeah, but there's a lot we don't know as well.
Exactly.
So we'd love to be able to put that on our route. We've mapped out a route already where we're going to be going.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding really good RV campgrounds. An RV.
And an RV. Yeah, that would help. That would probably help.
That would help.
Might need one of those.
And, yeah, your best advice if you've ever done an RV trip.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get it all booked.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, like what? We're only like a few months away now.
I know, it's so close. That's what kind of gets me a bit like, but a lot of you have actually given feedback saying that since COVID, RVing in
Yeah.
the US has taken off, and,
Yes.
and now it's like people
There's
are
a lot-
struggling to get bookings.
There's a lot of full-time like families and full-time people who do RV. They just do it
Yeah.
like for their whole life now.
Yeah.
So that's obviously taking up a lot more. Like apparently, like at a lot of the different RV parks, there's like a whole section cordoned off for permanent residents
Wow.
that live there in their RVs.
I guess the other thing is that we can't afford to just play it by ear and park up somewhere like in a Walmart or whatever, because I know a lot of you have said you can park in Walmart car parks.
Yeah.
We don't actually feel comfortable
Well,
doing
I
that.
mean, even though we've been told that they have round-the-clock security, it's also we've also heard stories of there's various or certain different Walmarts that can actually tell you to leave.
Yeah.
That's kind of something that we don't really want to have to go just like
Yeah.
that we don't want that in the back of our minds.
We'd
you
love
know?
to have the whole thing locked and loaded before we go,
Yeah.
and be able to put in all of our stops. Food recommendations as well.
Oh, yes.
Amazing restaurants. I mean, we're going to be going up the West Coast, around through Utah,
Yep.
down through Las Vegas and back to LA.
Yeah.
So any food stops that you can give us, like famous family-owned diners.
Yeah,
that kind
like
of thing.
seafood spots up the up the West Coast, like Oregon coast or Washington
There's a
State.
lot of seafood we've never tried as well.
I
So
know.
a lot of this will be for the first time.
Yeah.
So any food recommendations, RV parks, Dude Ranch,
4th of
4th of
July,
July,
party and parade.
and come and meet us, and we'd love to meet you at VidCon.
Yeah, so that'd be amazing. And also, just like the last trip that we had, we're going to be doing like maybe daily updates, if not every 2 days,
Right, so
over on Patreon.
So on Patreon, I have actually, if you're on Patreon, you would know this, but I have started a weekly vlog.
Whole new series.
It's a whole new series. I'm calling it Behind the Scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
So it's basically what we get up
Everyday
to
life.
every day, in terms of like editing and what it takes to run the channel, what the kids are up to,
How the
schoolwork.
the planning for the trip and how that's coming along.
Yep, the planning for the trip, and I share one meal a week that we eat here, so you can see how we eat normally, and that will continue through the trip. So I'm going to be still doing a weekly vlog.
Yeah.
Maybe even it might even be more than weekly.
Maybe, yeah. We're
Because
gonna
there's gonna be a lot happening.
We're gonna putting like so much stuff over on Patreon, and if you weren't familiar with what we did last trip and you haven't joined, it's basically every day we would upload maybe like 10 photos of what we did throughout the day, and just like a whole paragraph explaining, like updating like everything that happened on that day, and then the occasional video too, like Nadine said, the occasional vlog.
Yeah. So I'll be doing the vlogging. You'll be doing the photo updates.
Yeah,
And-
but in saying that, on YouTube, we're going to be doing we're going to be going live. We're going to be uploading we're going to be doing our proper vlogs that we film, like long form, videos.
Oh, it's all going to be on YouTube.
Yep. So we've still got like everything you can totally expect, all the normal stuff that you would expect over on trying food for the first time, going to places for the first time, different theme parks and all that sort of stuff. That's all still going to be totally available for free on YouTube.
On YouTube. Yep. And we are going to be going live on YouTube. So that's kind of the closest to real time.
Yeah.
We won't say where we are when we go live, but we are going to go live multiple times throughout the trip. And the closest thing to following us in real time will be on Patreon.
Yeah.
And that's, there's reasons for that as well. We don't want to put it out on the public.
When you got kids,
Internet.
you got to be safe.
So we're putting that over on Patreon. And yeah, that's basically it, eh?
That's it, guys.
So
Our
help
cry
us.
for help.
That's our cry for help.
Yeah.
We'll be reading all your comments, so please
Yes.
put your advice in there and we will get back to planning.
Yeah. So thank you in advance, guys, for all of the information and the help that you guys are going to give us.
Yep.
Really appreciate it. Probably couldn't do it at all without you guys.
Oh, it's been like, if you follow us on Instagram, which you should, I'll put it here, Instagram.
Yeah.
I've been putting out questions almost daily, like help, you know, and yeah, so it's been really helpful. But thank you to each one of you for supporting us. We're so excited.
I know, it's going to be amazing.
And we can't wait to meet you.
Yeah, we might post another update video on how we're going before we leave.
Yeah.
So maybe expect like a part 2 to this video.
Or we could go live.
Oh, we could go live.
The reason we've done this video is so that we can actually read the comments.
Yeah,
so,
maybe part 2 will be live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we love you guys.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I just smashed the window.